Hello, this is Ruth Ann. Welcome to my channel. Today is part 2, or right now, this video is part 2 of my regular perfume haul. In other words, these aren't gifts, these are things I bought for myself. This is going to range from very affordable to less affordable, but nothing super expensive here. Nothing here comes close to $100. So if you wanted to find out about a lot of really expensive designer and or niche perfumery, this is not the channel for that. I really focus mostly on affordable fragrances. I love smelling good. I'm a huge perfume lover, but I like to find the hidden gems, the things that are less expensive, that are less talked about. So anyway, I'm just going to get started and not waste any of your time. My first fragrance here is by Antonio Banderas. It doesn't get much more budget-friendly than his line of fragrance. He's very popular. His perfumes are popular here in the U.S., but they're especially popular in Central South America, Mexico. I think his are probably some of the best-selling perfumes around. So they're generally really good smelling, but they tend to not be the longest lasting, and they tend to be I wouldn't say cheap smelling, at least not the ones that I've smelled, but they're not like going to be the most complex things. You know, you're going to get what you pay for. You have to adjust your expectations when you're going into budget perfumery. This one is called Queen of Seduction Absolute, and here is the box. This was about $20 for a full 100 ml. This is just a sweet, white musky floral with a bit of a touch of lemon, and the lemon in here is not like fresh juicy lemon, it's more like candied lemon drops kind of a thing. But that is in the background. In the forefront is more sweet white florals without being sugary. It's a very feminine, pretty white musky floral, very budget friendly again. But I'd say that those are the positives that I would have to say about this. The negatives are the fragrance is very plain. It's not particularly interesting, and it's not really very long-lasting. I'd say maximum 2-3 hours here. I thought maybe because it said Absolute that it would be a little more concentrated, a little stronger. It's not. This is eau de toilette concentration. And so, like I said, when you're spending under $20, the bottle's really pretty, but you have to adjust your expectations. But this, you know, I'll probably use this more as a bedding spray because it just doesn't have the lasting power to make it worth. But I haven't really given it a lot of good wears yet, so those are my first thoughts on this fragrance. Next up, I have another super budget-friendly. Okay, let me get it out here. Now, what do you suppose this is duping? All right, so everyone, it seems like, on YouTube is talking about Delina. Delina Exclusive. Delina. I've always said, I swear, if I hear another one, a review of that fragrance, I'm going to scream. But I refuse to buy it. I refuse to even test it or smell it just because it's so overhyped. But of course, that doesn't mean I'm not curious. It doesn't mean that I'm not interested, but I'm not going to spend the kind of money. So instead, I got this dupe of it. This is Eau de Parfum. It's called Shalina Exclusive, and the house is called, what is this house? Fragrance. Oh, anyway, I should know. I should have written it down. Fragrance World. That's what it is. Fragrance World. Out of the United Arab Emirates, of course. This is actually really beautiful. It's just a pink, musky, white floral. Very feminine, very pretty, a lot of powdery pink musk. It's very, very long-lasting, very pretty. I don't know what Delina smells like, but this probably smells just like it. God knows the bottle sure looks like it. So if you're looking for a dupe that's affordable, I highly recommend this. All right, so next up, I have another super budget. Now, Mexico has their version of Avon, and let's see, it's called Fuller, the House of Fuller, Fuller. check out this bottle of perfume. Does this look like right out of the 80s? Like the 80s called and said, we want this perfume back. It's called Aqua Rel. That's how I'd pronounce it in English anyway. And this really just smells like an old school perfume. Like when in the 70s and 80s when I was a kid, these were the kinds of perfumes that all the ladies wore. They were available in the drugstores. They got them from Avon. It's kind of like if Avon's Timeless got together with Revlon's Cachet. Cachet was a big perfume back in the 70s and 80s. It would smell a lot like this. So this is just a kind of generic white floral with green notes and a lot of aldehydes and musk. So it's very pretty. It's nothing ground shaking, but I'd say it lasts longer than I would have expected. So this is not on Fragrantica. I just picked it up off of eBay looking for something that was interesting, new. I'm always looking, I'm a kind of a perfume adventurer. And, I like to adventure, but not spend a ton of money. So this is the kind of thing you're looking at if you're looking at budget perfumery, and you're wanting to go a bit outside the box. Very pretty, very feminine, old school, definitely unique. And I haven't really given it a wear. I've tested it, but I look forward to really, maybe today after my bath, I'll wear this. So if you're interested in knowing more about it, let me know. All right, next up, and I have two more here. All right, so this first one is another dupe. This is the bottle. It's called Mora. And here's the box. This is by Lattafa. I heard about this fragrance from another perfume reviewer, Cee Chronicles. Cee has a great taste, and she's really, really good at Lattafa and reviewing them. And she has a long series of videos about if you're looking for dupes for certain fragrances, and then she'll give a brief description and then tell you what it's duping. So this is a dupe of Penhaligon's Helfeti, and it's really a dark horse of a perfume. What I get mostly is cardamom, sandalwood, and pepper. So it's kind of deep fruits, but it's not a fruity perfume. This is kind of a dry, leans masculine, cardamom, sandalwood, and pepper. There's patchouli in here, bergamot, blood orange. There's a lot of notes. But if you really want a dark, deep sandalwood with a lot of pepper, that's what this is. I've never smelled the original Helfeti by Penhaligon's, but the bottles are fairly similar. So if you're looking for a dupe for that, this is a long-lasting, very strong, big sillage, very pretty perfume, and I look forward to wearing it. And then my last one is one that I'm very excited to finally have. I've had it on my wish list for a long, long time, and this is Reminiscence Patchouli. All right, this banger goes back to 1970 when everyone was, the sexual revolution was in full swing. Everyone wanted to smell natural, and they were completely rejecting all the powdery florals from the past. So patchouli is a real earthy, dry, amber woody, again from 1970. It's legendary and very pungent, and it's that type of patchouli that's called chocolatey. When you first spray it especially, you get kind of like, it smells like milk chocolate, but it's not really sweet. More maybe like the baking chocolate, but it's not bitter like dark chocolate. Anyway, it has patchouli from the island of Java, Haitian vetiver, and Australian sandalwood. The sandalwood's very creamy. This is a super sexy, earthy, without going into the body odor range of patchouli. And if you like patchoulis, you like chocolatey patchouli. Like I said, this has been on my radar for years. I've wanted it, and I finally found it for about $65 on eBay. But generally, if you buy this retail, it's going to be well over $100. Just do your research and search for it. I would search for it every couple of months on eBay. When I finally found one pop up for a good price, I snapped it up. So highly recommend this. If you like patchouli, this is just a legendary fragrance. Sexy, mother load of a patchouli. Absolutely gorgeous. And I'm so glad I have this. This is by far of my haul of these two videos. This is the one I'm the most excited about. So if you own this, please let me know what you think of it and how long it lasts. I haven't given it a good enough of a test to be able to tell you, but according to Fragrantica, it's a good 6 to 8 hours. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye now.